Hey, folks. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Mm, sorry, coffee. I really wanted to drop this yesterday, but time is not my friend these days. I am, in some ways, a lot busier now than I was even pre-surgery. Just ask anyone who tries to get me on the phone. Right now, I'm lucky if I get a voice note out recently. And by the time my day is done, I pretty much face plant into bed and knock out cold. And then I get up and I start all over again. My time, unfortunately, is being stretched thinner and thinner lately, and I am being pulled in one too many directions lately. Also, my apologies now if my voice sounds a bit scratchy or dry. We have multiple fires in our area, and our air quality right now is absolute shit. So I'll be clearing my throat a little bit more, taking some more sips of coffee, muting, you know. I've also been working on gaining multiple diving certs. And if any of you are listening, if you're a scuba diver, you know how dry that tank air is. It's pretty gnarly. Final apology. If you hear a little gremlin snoring in the background, that is my Frenchie pup, Polly. She was a 65-year-old man with sleep apnea in her past lives, so just don't mind her, okay? You know, I was going to try and rush this yesterday, but I want to make sure that this video comes out across loud and clear. I did do a recording earlier, and there seems to be a little bit of lag. I don't know if it's a Wi-Fi thing, so my apologies if this recording turns out to be the same way. I'll go ahead and just post it as is. But I really want this video to come across loud and clear, so there are no misunderstandings, because we all know, especially us long-timers, know how people like to run with shit. You know, and this topic, it was too important, in my opinion, not to speak on. So please bear with me if I still end up rushing through this. I appreciate the extra day, however. It has allowed my anger to drop from a 10 to about a 9.9, giving me enough clarity to hopefully get this out in one take. It dawned on me as I was thinking about how I was going to address this, whether I was going to drop a video or just go live. I have been active on this platform in one way or another for 5 years now. In April of 21, I stumbled across a live stream for the first time. That July, I went live for the first time on my own channel. And I know me. And I knew I couldn't do this as a live because it is such a serious topic. I feel that I would be doing a huge disservice by getting distracted with chat. And for that, I apologize. Feel free to leave comments under this video. I will be adding links to it. And I will try and get back to each and every one of you as soon as I can. And guys, do me a favor, please share it out. As I mentioned, it's going to contain links to channels that cover this topic in much more detail and depth. As a matter of fact, just saying, that person's channel was recently suggested to me, and they put together a timeline of Brittany Jackson and her boyfriend Craig saying horrific things while BJ pretended to be a true crime creator. covering the Celeste Rivas story. I feel that Just Saying did an amazing job at showing respect for that little girl and her family, while drawing attention to the truly horrific behavior of Brittany Jackson and her boyfriend Craig. These creators, they can say and show the things that I can't bring myself to repeat. And I won't be clipping anything to play during this video, but I will share the links to help bring awareness to it. I also don't trust myself to not go all the way off and lose my shit, because the message will get lost in the anger I feel. Hence, we're going to go ahead with a video. So, coffee so Gen X can continue to word. You know, I have seen so much in 5 years, both good and bad. I have shed tears on this platform. I have laughed until I have lost my breath on this platform. I have made too many enemies and just the right amount of amazing friends on this platform. I've watched a dude fake blow his brains out on this platform. To this day, if it crosses my mind, I immediately hear my friend's horrified scream ringing in my head. It's never left me. God, I've seen way too many porn bombs, doxes, real life bullshit, grifting, fundraisers, and on and on and on. Grown adults acting like we're all back in junior high. And there's no judgment from me. Listen, I participated. My hands are not clean. I've seen parents shamed, dog whistles for CPS calls to POs, pull-ups, drive-bys, fist fights, if that's what they wanted to call them anyway. I have seen it all, and I have heard it all. And then Monday happened. As some of you know, I have been at home recovering from a full lateral hip replacement. And while I had hoped to have gone live more, post-op was not anything I had expected, nor was I prepared for. And to be honest, I had some really, really dark days. Someone near and dear to me, they woke me up to the fact that I was starting to suffer from something called white coat syndrome. My lack of faith and trust in healthcare right now, it's a little thin, if I'm going to be honest. But for right now, all is well. I've got about 5 weeks left, and I hope to get fully back to offline life. You know, I ended up with an amazing physical therapist and have spent the last 5 months relearning how to walk. It is amazing how much we take for granted. I also have something that, while it isn't common, apparently it's pretty normal. The term is called implant awareness. Some people get used to it, and only time will tell for me, but it's pretty trippy. As a matter of fact, I'd like to do a quick experiment before we get going. I want you to picture your left femur. Can you feel it? Don't touch it with your hand. Just whether you're driving to work, you're sitting at your desk, you're at home, whatever you're doing. Tell me, can you feel your femur bone? You can't, because it's just a part of who you are, right? The difference is I can. And I feel it because there is a giant ass spike that they hammered into my femur, and attached to that is the artificial hip joint that I can also feel. Talk about invasion of the body snatchers. It is bizarre. Like I said, a little trippy. Anyway, I say all that to say this. During the last 5 months, I have followed a lot of what's been going on here. And I haven't said much, if anything at all. On Monday, I was doing my regular everyday PT and then hopped on my bike. And I tuned into Queen Bee's life. And quick side quest, guys. Queen, thank you. Thank you for getting me through the hard days via your live streams, especially on the days when I just wanted to give up. You know, instead I'd end up hysterically laughing and push through it. Every time this woman says beat feet, I fucking lose it. You know, it takes me back to the good old days. You know, we had some really good laughs back then, bird hacka. I am adding her link in the comment section to the live I listened to once I upload this video. Sorry about that, guys. I don't recommend moving to Southern California. Don't do it. Our area is shit. I will be uploading her links along with another link of her coverage from yesterday, as well as hopefully just saying I'm old school. I asked for permission first. I have not checked back yet to see if they're okay with that. But just saying, bravo to you. Great work. You know, Queen, she keeps it 100. And therefore, you'll get a clear idea of how sick and revolting what I'm about to speak on is. So, Queen, shout out to you. As one of my day ones, you really helped me learn the ropes around here, and I will forever be thankful and grateful for your advice and friendship. Like I was saying, Monday, I put on Queen Bee's Live on 2-time, and I was listening intently, trying to get caught up while pedaling my ass off because it is leg day every day in this house for me. But about halfway through, it stopped me cold. I hopped off my bike and just sat still listening in shock at what I was hearing. And I couldn't tell if my heart was racing from being on the bike or what was being said. And not by QB or B Tim, but the live they were commentating on. They were giving commentary on one of BJ's lives, who was doing her regular terrible job of air quotes covering the Celeste Rivas story. Within minutes, I was sick to my stomach. Brittany Jackson, you came to my channel 4 years ago and we had a conversation. You wanted advice on how to get out of the drama. I did a live on my channel that day and had you on as a guest. In hindsight, it was nothing more than another avenue for you to play victim. And I, like so many before and after me, what's the number now? I don't even know anymore. What, 200 plus people? It's got to be by now. Over a 4 or 5 year period, we all tried and failed to get you to see the light. This video today is for you, BJ. And you will get no words of wisdom or advice from me this time around. Today, I am telling you to get fucked. What you get from me today is judgment. And before you try and spin your fake Christian bullshit on me, I was born, baptized, and raised Methodist. Today, I consider myself agnostic. However, that doesn't take away my foundation. And you, Brittany Jackson, you are no Christian, and neither is Craig. It is one of the many masks you put on thinking you are fooling those around you. Just like good old NC and those 3 little crosses hanging above her head back in the day. What you don't seem to understand is that the many outweigh the few, Brittany. We see you for what you are. Wolf in sheep's clothing? Sound familiar? Christian? I have kept my mouth shut during my time back on this platform. And I have listened to many channels, too many, in my opinion, giving you too much attention. But I also know how the game is played. Some need you almost as much as you need them. It is what it is. Drama sells, baby. And I am not hating on anyone but you today, you delusional cunt. From the frequent nods to the drunken rants, the roaches, the lies upon lies upon lies spewing from your filthy mouth. Manipulation and fake tears. The absolute bullshit lawsuits you have dragged innocent people into, all in the name of what? What exactly, BJ? Because justice, it is not. Victimhood? Nah. No, I think it was just a new way of grifting thousands upon thousands of dollars from your mindless subs. That's where I'm going to place my bet. And let me be clear. Just like back in the day with NC, I have never given one shit what someone spends their money on. I used to reference the 80s TV evangelists. People are going to do what they are going to do with their money. If you want to send them your last $2, then that's on them. Their money ain't my business. My money is my business, period. And then Monday happened. Let's talk about all the ways Brittany Jackson desecrated the memory of a little girl at 3 a.m. 3 a.m., the witching hour. How fitting for you, Christian. You start out doing what you do, playing videos and giving no real input, using others' hard work to pacify your subs while you pretend to be a true crime creator. And then that piece of shit drunk sitting next to you starts his disgusting ramblings while you play content covering horrific details on how a little girl was murdered. And I refuse to repeat anything that came out of his mouth out of respect for that little girl and her family. But I'm going to tell you folks right now, it gets worse from there. You, Brittany Jackson, sat there laughing, joking, while leaving a video of a real content creator covering the case of a murdered little girl paused on your screen. Let me ask you, how long did it take you to realize it was about to implode? Because the truth is, it wasn't you who realized it, was it? Nah, it was that idiot who screeches on your panel night after night who caught on to the change of energy down in chat. But did you catch one of your viewers leave right after Craig's filthy words? Because I did, and I think you did too. But you didn't want to bring any attention to it because they called it out for what it was: disgusting. Yet you told her in your sickening sing-song voice to have a good night. Nah, you lost complete control when Jay asked you to take the video that you had paused on your screen down. You knew then you fucked up. So what'd you do? You turned on the waterwork. Jesus fucking Christ, you are fucking so predictable. Look at your life, Brittany. You're in how many lawsuits right now? Your house is literally falling apart around you. You allow loaded weapons to be left scattered throughout your house while your young children run wild, while their father sits there cross-faded and hallucinating. I'm not speaking on the infant. Even I have boundaries. Brittany, you have fucking roaches crawling in your hair and across your body on camera in real time. And you have the nerve to sit there and tell everyone, it's a moth, y'all. Motherfucker, you ain't fooling anyone but yourself. I guess I shouldn't be shocked. I shouldn't be shocked at your behavior or your thought process while pretending to give a damn about that poor little girl, because you don't give a shit about your own kids' well-being. But here I am, still sick over what I heard that day. I am a true believer in karma. Therefore, I am not going to wish that karma finds you. Instead, I look forward to the day that GW and that barbecue lady mops the floor with you in court. I hope GW ends up owning your ass in your case with her specifically. I look forward to the courts forcing you to make sure those poor boys get an education. And in each and every single one of those cases, I hope it stings, bitch. You know, I used to think that icing someone out of a community back in the day was a digital version of pitchforks and torches. Some of you longtimers remember creators meeting on a live one day to discuss icing out Mrs. P. I didn't agree with it then. I still don't. Not especially when it comes to her shenanigans. Not after what I've seen over the last 5 years. But honestly, in this case, if you creator and subs really want to, again, air quotes, hurt her, then forget she exists. Starve her out. She'll be gone in months. But the game is the game after all. And like I said, I get it. I understand it. I know how all this shit works. Just know, BJ, that your days, yes, multiple, because of your insane, narcissistic choices. They're coming for you like a freight train, and sweetheart, there ain't no brakes on that train. When you meet your God one day, Brittany, how do you plan to answer? Your fellow Christians want to know. Maybe it's the mama in me that made me angry enough to address this. I don't know. Or the fact that my 19-year-old daughter has been following this case on TikTok came to me a few nights ago with tears in her eyes because she has such a huge heart and carries so much compassion. She looked me in the eyes and my heart broke as she said, "Mom, she was the same age as my niece." My niece, her cousin. And even though I've heard too much about this case because it is going on in my state, so it is everywhere in our local news, my stomach still dropped. Even the faintest thought of something like that happening to my niece made me instantly ill. Let me ask you something, Brittany. Have you even one time thought about your daughters while you talk about that little girl? Have you thought about the pure agony her family is going through right now, today, in this moment, listening to how their baby girl was murdered? Did you at any time use those two brain cells competing for third place, comprehend the weight of the pain they must be feeling right now? Nah, you didn't. The only person you feel for is yourself. Those tears you shed were for you and you alone. And for that, you can fuck off, Brittany Jackson. May you find comfort in the hell created especially for you, you pathetic fake Christian cunt.